In our next video, let me start with the teaser here. We're going to look at $50 worth of carded coins that I bought from the same dealer who I also purchased these next few coins from. So that's just going to be kind of a tease here. That's $50 worth of coins, but we're going to look at the coins that were in this bag. This is a dealer who lives in the Knoxville, Tennessee area who deals with a lot of tokens and foreign coins. And so a lot of uh, different products that most US coin collectors probably don't care all that much about. And I love visiting him. So he has carded coins, but he also has a 6 for a dollar bin. And so since I spent good money with him, I got a little bit better deal than that. We've got 14 loose coins here, and he just said this was going to be $2, so I got a couple of them free. And so let's zoom in a little bit more. And we're going to start with some coins from Peru. Let me make sure I have them all here before I start getting into them. Okay, so in 1965, Peru had a series of commemorative coins featuring the 400th anniversary of the Lima Mint. And so they made pretty much a lot of their circulating coins from that year had this commemorative version on it. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 coins out of the set. There was a fifth one that I didn't find here, but let's go ahead and look at them. And you know what? Let's start with the biggest coin because you can see the details on it better. So it has the name Lima across the top, has the date. The date the coin was made was 1965 since it's the 400th anniversary. That was 1565. Goes back to their Spanish territory roots when they were making 8 real coins. I guess that's what the 8 is here. So it says the Central Reserve Bank of Peru. This is one or un sol de oro. And we also see a signature right there on the coin. So the 1 sol is KM 240. Similar design here. This one is the half a sol de oro, KM 239. The next smaller one is the quarter oro, or the 25 centavos. You can see these pretty much all look the same, just pretty much based the size and the denominations. That one's 238. And then the last one is 237 as the 10. These are very easy to find since they're brass. They're very easy to find stained, like the ones here. But this one is going to be the 10 centavos, 1/10 of an sol on here. So those are the coins from Peru. I was surprised that I could still find a silver coin from this dealer because he goes through, I know he goes through a lot of coins, and maybe people just think it's not worth pulling out these low value silver coins out of there. It is a tiny coin that's 40% silver. That translates to 0.0298 ounces of silver. And so maybe you're not going to lose sleep selling a coin that has 65 cents worth of silver in it. I mean, I get these all the time. If I can pay a quarter and get 65 cents worth of silver, you never know when you're going to, you might need that someday. But if you're interested, it's KM 824. We're going to move to Argentina. Which one is the Argentina? Is this one here? Okay. 50 centavos from 1954. This one features Jose de San Martin, or San Martin. This one's KM24, and it's made out of nickel steel. There's several Argentinian coins at the time that features San Martin. From Israel, here is a 1/2 of a lira. The date on here is in the Jerusalem calendar 5729, so on our calendar that's 1969. It's going to be a half lira. So I had this coin, but this one is in pretty brilliant looking coin, I thought. The scratches are so much magnified on the camera here, but this one's going to be KM 36.1. Here's a coin from Ghana. This one's going to be 10 pesewas, featuring a fountain pen writing in a book. Has a star at the top, and then 10 pesewas. Then here is the crest from Ghana from 2016. So this is a fairly new coin. KM 39. This coin was made 2 years, 2007 and 2016. If you thought the 25 ore didn't have a lot of silver in it from Sweden, here's the even smaller 10 ore from 1946. Excuse me. And so this one has proportionally, it's not that much smaller than the 25 ore. It's still 0.0185 ounces of silver. And so doing the math in my head really quick, that's about 40 cents. So if you're selling it for 20 cents and it's worth 40 cents, you're probably not going to lose a lot of sleep over it. But after I came home and took a look at it, when you look at the date here on 1946, this is actually a rare variety of that's called the open 6 variety. As you can see that the way that it's drawn, there's the end of the 6 at the bottom almost stops and doesn't make a complete circle. That calls it the open 6. The more common version, you would not see kind of a teeny tiny little gap there at the right there. That would be the open, that would be the closed 6. Since it's a rare variety on KM 813, this coin has a book value of $2.50. So take that for what it's worth. We're going to move to Uruguay. República Oriental del Uruguay, featuring Artigas. He appears on a lot of their coins from this time, 1960. This one's going to be the 50 centésimos. KM 41. Now we're going to move to a coin from Netherland Antilles. This one is probably the best book value coin of the entire lot, just based on the condition that it's in. It is a 2.5 cent coin. And so it's a coin from 1959 that still has most of its luster to it. So pretty close to brilliant uncirculated here on a coin that is normally found pretty well worn. So we can see pretty good details here on the lion. One hand holds the sword, the other hand holds a bunch of arrows. Got a lot of lines to the background that all show up pretty good. Can even see the privy marks on here. There's a fish to the left of 1959, and I think that's a bunch of grapes to the right of the 1959. So this is the Netherland Antilles. So think Curacao with that. KM number 5. If you have MS63 Brilliant Uncirculated, the book value is going to be $8. I'm just saying this one's MS60 and would have a value of 5, just because I'm not going to say that I find something in a loose bin that's going to be MS63, even if it's close. And I'm also not a very experienced grader either, but really like the look of that one. We're going to move to a coin from Chile. This is when their monetary system was the escudos, because it has the E with a tiny O. There at the very top, this is the 2 centésimos from 1965. There is a Santiago mint mark. Below the date, that mint mark is a large S with a tiny little O above it. And like a lot of Chilean coins, it features a condor. This one is KM 193. If you had the 1960 version of this coin, it's incredibly rare and has a book value of $50. We're going to move to a coin from Malaya. That is a coin that eventually became Malaysia, but it features the British monarch, King George VI. This is probably the easiest Malayan coin to find, from 1950. KM number 7. So I mentioned this dealer was a token dealer. So it looks like we have a coin from Mexico right here, but not quite. This is a token replica of a silver Mexican coin, which would be from 1950 to 1953. If you had the real coin, it's another of the coins that are made out of low percentage of silver that I still find in quarter bins 2 or 3 times every year. It would be a 30% silver coin, but this is a token replica of that coin. And since it's silver, it has scales on it to let you know that you need to weigh it. But this one is just a replica. I didn't put any value on this coin, but all in all, there are only 2 coins here that book for over $1. The Netherlands one, I put a $5 value. The Swedish coin with the rare variety of the 6, I put it $2.50. You add everything up together, it comes to $12.85 for this slot, and not because I'm trying to make money off of it, but I just always think it's fun to track that kind of thing. So that has a value of $2. Let's go ahead and crack into the flips that we have behind us here. So I just kind of bundle them up like this so I could keep them in order. And I don't want to go through all of these coins, but I want to save $50 worth of coins for the next visit, or the next video, I should say. So I wanted to put them in order of ascending price. So we're going to go through another 6 of these coins, and then we'll save the rest for part 2. We're going to start with another coin from Uruguay. 1977, aluminum, 2 centésimos, 35 cents, KM72. We've got Uruguay with the sun on it, and the 2 centimos. So they had coins for a few years that had this design to them. The note here is that it was made in Santiago, and maybe that is our mint mark right there. Unless that's a designer or something. We've got from Bolivia a 2 centavos coin from 1987. Uncirculated, labeled as a single year issue. So I like it when the people who make the flips add notes like that just to say what we've got going on. It's going to be KM 200. And that's a really tiny coin. Republic of Bolivia. Do I even have the right side up here? There we go. It's so tiny I can't even tell which side's supposed to be up. Maybe that side's supposed to be up. We've got kind of an oval in the middle with the flags coming out of it and an eagle at the top. And by the way, everything labeled on here is the price that I actually did pay. So I have several of these Ethiopian coins, but I didn't, most of the ones I find are the 50-cent coins. This one is the 1 cent, so it's the smallest one that they made. And there is the circulating version of the coin, but then at the British Royal Mint, they made a version of the coin that was very similar, but had some subtle changes to it. And the way you can tell two ways is, one is the distance between the nose of the lion and the rim. So the bigger the gap that you see between the two is how you tell, but there's also some variations with the length of the whiskers. I'll also point out here that on the Ethiopian calendar, it was the year 1969, but our calendar, that is 1977. KM 43.1. So they actually give a different KM number, the 0.1, 2, and 3, to the variations. They're calling this an FAO coin. We're going to move to Algeria. KM 100. This one is a 1 dinar coin. KM 100. From their calendar, 1383. Our calendar, 1964. While the Algerian coins have the very top, the hand with two thumbs on it. I'm not sure the symbolism of that, but it has two of the flags with the crescent, moon, and star coming out of a crescent, moon, and star. A couple of things of wheat on either side of it. Here we have the 1 for the dinar, and then the dates and a lot of Arabic and a ring that I can't read. We'll move on to a coin. I apologize if I mispronounced this, but I've heard it pronounced Eritrea and Eritrea. They have a lot of animals on their coin, so this one features a zebra on the 25-cent coin. The coin was made in 1997, nickel steel, KM46. Flip this one over, and a lot of these Eritrean coins will feature this exact design on the other side. The year that I guess they became their own country or formed independence, something like that, but it's always going to have the date of 1991. That's not the year the coin was made. Then we're going to finish up this video with this nickel-plated steel Russian coin from 2018. So this is a recent redesign of Russian coins. They have some changes to the back. There used to be either a line that went across the Bank of Russia, or sometimes it was a kind of a curve. This is the new Moscow Mint mark, if you haven't seen it before. It's a circle with an M inside of it. Year's 2018. Whoever wrote this flip didn't see the catalog number, so I added 1706 onto it. And it's a 5 ruble. And 75 cents is an overpay compared to what my catalog says, but that's okay. I didn't have this coin. All right, so in the next video from this seller, we've got these flips. That's going to be $50 worth of carded coins. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.